Hello, welcome. What is good, everybody? Tone here, and we are getting back into some Infra Arcana. It's been a little while since I played this, and there is actually a brand new version out, at least for us. This came out about a month ago, but it's the first time I am playing it here on the channel. I did do one run yesterday to check it out a bit. I'm excited about this new version. There's a lot of new quality of life stuff in here. Actually, a lot of stuff that seems to be, at least in some small way, influenced by some of the runs I've shown here on my channel and some of the stuff that's come up in discussions and feedback that I left on the Discord on the Roguelikes channel where the developer is active. So some fun stuff there, and we'll look at some of the changes as we go on. Now, I didn't look at all of the changes because a lot of it like applies to like content that I haven't really seen yet, or like little changes to monsters and stuff that I just don't have enough like knowledge about the game yet where that's really going to impact like my gameplay and stuff. So some of that stuff might come up, but overall, like I was just really excited about the quality of life stuff and some other like little updates like that. But yeah, let's jump right into a fresh game here. We get to pick our background. We could go with the trusty war veteran. I was enjoying rogue before. I don't think I'm going to play rogue right now though, because one of the things I noticed playing rogue is that I like to look up the hit points of the enemies, because playing rogue, having that meta knowledge is really important, so you can know if you can one-shot monsters or not, which often it can definitely determine whether you're going to live or die, and knowing how to pick your battles. And that'll slow me down here. You need to look stuff up sometimes if I see a monster I'm not familiar with, or just forgot like about how tough they are because I haven't played in a while. So I think I will avoid rogue for the moment. Cultist is actually the class I played just as a trial run. I haven't really figured out how to do combat with them in the early game, so I think I'll avoid them for now. So that leaves us with war veterans still. We could try the Ghoul, the Flagellant, the Exorcist. Exorcist looks fun. You see here, cannot use manuscripts, altars, monoliths, or gongs, but gains experience and spirit points for destroying these. So they're kind of limited in a lot of the options, but they seem to have like a lot of character and they seem to be pretty unique. Let's give the Ghoul a try. I heard the Ghoul is a good like new player background to play. Not too familiar with them except for what I've seen from them in the game, so let's read about them here. Does not regenerate hit points and cannot use medical equipment. Heals by feeding on corpses. Feeding is done while waiting on a corpse. We can incite frenzy at will, and we do not become weakened when frenzy ends. We get +8 hit points. We're immune to disease and infections. We do not get sprains. We can see in the darkness. Minus 50% mental shock taken from seeing monsters and standing in darkness, but also halved shock reduction bonus from light. So our lantern is going to be less useful for that purposes. Minus 15% hit chance with firearms and thrown weapons, so we are sticking to melee primarily. And all ghouls are allied. So that means when we see enemy ghouls, they will actually be our friends. I could see why this is a strong choice. There's a lot of strong stuff going on here. I think being kind of forced into melee early is probably like the biggest downside that I'm seeing here, because something we learned is that you kind of want to avoid combat if you can, or at least like stay out of melee combat to not take damage. It helps you with like reducing shock, getting injuries and stuff. But this looks fun, so let's check out the Ghoul. Foul looks like a trait here, which looks ghoul specific, and it does say prerequisites Ghoul. So let's see what this says. +1 claw damage. When attacking with claws, vicious worms occasionally burst out from the corpses of your victims to attack your enemies. That sounds pretty cool, and in particular, I like the idea of having a summon, quote-unquote summon, like these worms, as like a distraction for enemies, if enemies will in turn attack them, rather than just having additional defense. Is there anything else here that is Ghoul prerequisite? Indomitable Fury. While frenzied, you're immune to wounds, and your claw attacks cause fear. Wow, that sounds cool. Fearing enemies, not worrying about wounds. Ravenous. You occasionally feed on living victims when attacking with claws. Oh, so that just like heals you in combat? That sounds very cool. and toxic. +1 claw damage. You're immune to poison, and attacks with your claws often poison your victims. Wow, so this is the most like unique traits I've seen for a background, and I think it's really cool. I don't know how good these are compared to like other traits you can get, but I kind of want to like build around them if we can here anyways. In particular, where was the healing one? Ravenous. I like the idea of getting Ravenous early. This is, it requires Adept Melee Fighter, which I was already looking at. Whoops, I went all the way out. I was already looking at. That gives us 10% hit chance and +1 damage with melee attacks. I'm gonna go for that. We're gonna grab Adept Melee Fighter, and that'll open up Ravenous, which sounds like it could be pretty strong. This gives us the hit chance, which is gonna be better than just having just the damage without the hit chance. I am curious about Foul and some of the other things on that tree, but I think Adept Melee Fighter is going to be a pretty strong option here either way because it increases our melee hit chance. We're going to be doing a lot of melee, it seems. So let's grab that. And we descend beneath the Church of Starry Wisdom and enter floor 1 of Infra Arcana here. We have a Ghoul sprite here. What is our... Wow, we have 0 inventory. This is fun. This is very different. Alright, well I'm gonna hug the walls a bit here. We have a plus 20% hit chance with our weapon. I don't know if that, which is our claws, and I don't know if that even is factoring in the trait we just took, or Adept Melee Fighter. Alright, there is a snake here. I missed and got poisoned. What a fantastic start. Did not leave a corpse for us to eat. Bog chair. Might die here immediately from this poison. It's cleansed from poisoning. I need to find something like one of those rat creatures or something. To like something easy to kill that I can feed on. Oh, we don't heal at all. So I was actually waiting to regen back there out of habit. This is what I would have liked to do if I could, but I can't. So that crystal we touched opened a door that was warded, which happened to be this door. Oh my gosh. That is a nasty room to walk into. So snakes are like territorial, so they won't follow you out. So I'm gonna leave here, but this is gonna drop me to like 1 health. I'm not sure if these snakes can leave corpses. I feel like getting poisoned on this class. Okay, good. It only took us down to 6 health. It's kind of bad in general. I think I need to kill that bug guy. Here we go, a rat thing. Give me a rat thing. Uh-oh. Oh my gosh. Oh, they're fast. I have 1 hit point. It's dead. Did it leave a corpse? No. I try to kill the rat gun with the rat thing with the spike gun? Maybe. Nice, it left a corpse. Alright, we have 5 health now. This is getting interesting. That gun away for now. Never used one of these guns before. This is cool. I knocked him back and paralyzed him. Oh shoot, I just realized I wanted to lure this cultist to me. I knew they would come here when I was firing this weapon. I forgot I don't want to have this weapon out with the cultist there. So I'm going to swap and they're going to get a hit on me. They're going to kick me back, which could be very bad news. Okay, they didn't do anything. It might be because they came into view for the first time. Possibly. There might be, I don't know if that was something, a behavior from before, something that might have been added. But I also don't know if that applies if I made a noise to for them to detect us. All right, we got wrecked. I think that was like just a pretty terrible spot for us, getting like poisoned twice immediately in that run. But I had fun. I'm gonna jump right back in with the ghoul. I'm taking Adept Melee Fighter again. That was actually hilarious. I heard traps can often come in groups, so I'm going to wait a few turns to see if any more show up, and they did not. Wolf is nasty. I'll try and back up to the... Okay, they actually didn't see me. Got ourselves a throwing knife. I guess this is the only way. Okay, the wolves see us. I'm probably not going to get to the point in time. I'm going to throw a throwing knife outside of my effective range. Here we go. Did he heal up? While I was trying to lure him in. Oh, this is the one I hit. They're fast, so I need to move back, otherwise he would have gotten a hit. Alright. We will eat the wolf carcass. Changing like your hit point economy and how it like works as a resource and not having passive regen in these traditional roguelikes is always such like a big shift in how they are played. So that's something else that's really interesting about playing as the ghoul right now. Holy cow. That's a lot of rat things. Is this like instant kill, like dead for like a lot of characters? I guess a lot of the backgrounds have like Molotovs they could light right now. I think the ghoul could actually probably handle this. I'm a little concerned that I won't be able to get to a corpse once I start killing them because they'll keep like stacking up on top of them. Where do I want to move to? I guess I try to get to the top left. Just fight right here. Okay, that wasn't too bad. What's nice is a lot of them forgot about me immediately. So I think a lot of classes' backgrounds would have survived this. Actually, why did I just go wake them up? I think we're okay with leaving those guys there, and I could shut the door on them. There are 2 corpses there we can come back to. I don't think corpses are going to rot in this game. Something there. Rat thing. I suspect our attacks are silent because we're not using a weapon, which is nice. I'm not 100% sure about that. Cultist. I just walked into a dead-end room with water in like my advantageous positions, which makes them not advantageous. Can he shoot me from around the statue? I thought statues blocked vision. Try to get like right here. Well, he can do that from around the statues. Jeez. Okay. Did he leave a corpse? He did. Actually gonna step up here. I think this guy can one-shot me. But also the corpses haven't been healing that much. I don't know if it is dependent on the type of enemy, like if the cultists would heal me more than the rat things and wolves were. Because I think this guy can also outdamage the healing of the corpse. So I don't think eating a corpse and taking a hit from this guy is going to be beneficial. So I think I might have a better chance of surviving here. I guess I could walk away. I don't remember what was like south of me. Doesn't look like much, like not like a brazier or something I could go to. I think I just hit this guy. Nope, he killed me. See, he did 6 damage. I don't think I would have healed for more than 6 but from eating that corpse. This is interesting. It definitely shifts like completely how I approach like I can't like I have to be aggressive because I have to generate corpses to like remain healing. Oh, that's what I could have gone there. I had those 2 corpses behind us that we could have fled to with the rat men. Maybe that's what I was supposed to do with that guy there. Interesting. I wonder if when worms come out of the corpses, it says burst out. I wonder if that consumes the corpse, because that would be a really bad thing. I could see stealthy being very good with the ghoul here as well. Also tough. There's more hit points. But I'm going to keep running with Adept Melee Fighter here. We'll mess around with this a bit more. Failed reanimation. Leather jacket. It's actually like super clutch. One armor, no penalties to evasion or stealth. A +2 pitchfork. Flare. Finding a lot of items here. So the pitchfork is useful in keeping its attackers at bay. The victim is pushed back when stabbed. And it also has a long reach. It's a higher average damage. Is this a 30% swing in accuracy, or is it only a 20% swing? Let me see. It's a 30% swing in accuracy, which is pretty brutal. I don't know if I really want to use that pitchfork over my claws. Oh man. Wolves, Decayed Flesh. And the whole level is through all these guys. I want to fight 2 wolves at a time. I was gonna try and get back to the brazier down there. Maybe I just have to fight from here. That wolf doesn't see me yet. Actually, no reason to wait. I just need to get this guy lured in. Heal. Fight this guy. What are you doing? An 80% chance to hit this guy with the pitchfork. Oh, he got right next to me. Well, sneak attack actually works very well for us with the pitchfork because I have the high hit chance regardless and it does more damage. I think we want to eat that corpse because I think they can get back up. Oh, and then I still have to destroy it? Interesting. Oh, there's my leather jacket. That didn't last very long. The fountain. There's a monolith back there that we will use. It was a little scary using those monoliths. You know where the exit is because they give you a lot of shock. They also give you a ton of experience, so I think it's like pretty bad to not use them. Damn, that guy saw me from all the way over there, huh? Oh, we got wolves again. Black Mamba. Wonder if I can cheese this guy with the pitchfork, like what his range is. How far will he follow me? Pretty far, I guess. It's also pretty interesting to be able to use the darkness. Like this class is like super clever. I like it. What would that be? won't leave that room. Actually, with 2 black mambas here, I probably should have left that corpse there. I'm just afraid of them getting back up. Oh, I'm wounded. I can't do anything about that. I don't have a medical bag. We're at negative 5% melee hit chance of evade attacks, get less hit points, reduce hit point regeneration, right? I guess that doesn't bother us. Five wounds is fatal. Wonder how we combat that with the ghoul. Because I feel like I just have to melee stuff. Maybe the strategy is actually to play more stealthy. I'm about to go insane as well. Okay. Phobia of deep places. Oh my gosh, the stair was right there. And there was a fountain right here. That would have blinded us. Oh, there's a manuscript. And a tomb. Alright, I'm wounded again. Oh, a wound is healed. Eating corpses can heal your wounds. Okay, I was gonna say, I don't know how this class is like gonna be tenable. I don't like have any tools to like not fight things in melee. I was starting to think that like I was gonna be forced into like playing stealth with the class or something. Okay, that healed all my wounds. Okay, we can avoid that snake. Alright. Try opening this tomb, and then we can get the heck out of here. This is actually like a really scary scenario to open this tomb. I wonder if I'm supposed to avoid this. But let's just open it. Feels colder, so there's something invisible here, I think. And I'm assuming whatever that is can go through these grates, which is why I felt like this is a bad place to be. I'm gonna die from having no spirit here. Did it move through the wall? I think it was on the wall. Yeah, that was risky, but I wanted to do it anyways. I'm playing a little loose and sloppy here. I should just rush downstairs because that thing is behind me. So I don't know how much spirit it can drain. Yeah, let's just go downstairs. Alright, we made it to floor 2 with a ghoul. Too bad that thing was behind me as well, because I would have liked to maybe kill some of those worm masses to try and eat them. Alright, so from gaining insanity and getting a phobia of deep places, that means when we go down a level, deeper into the dungeon, we become terrified. That will be a temporary condition. Okay, there we go, it's ending. Alright, rat things. Let's go fight these. Oops. Give it a free hit on me. Nice. Control object. Getting a free ID of a manuscript seems valuable here, because I don't think we're going to be doing much like quote-unquote normal spell casting. An iron suit. That sounds kind of excellent for us. It gives us 5 armor, minus 20% stealth, and minus 20% dodging. I feel like we throw that on immediately. I don't like the dodge penalty there. Like I would like to take a trait that gives us dodge to put this on, I think, but I'll just run it for now. 5 armor is pretty incredible. All right, we got this snake trap thing. I think these are poisonous, so I'm going to let them move into me. Corpse. Fresh manuscript. I will not touch that tomb yet. Secret door. Okay, something hurt us. Harrowing scream. I don't know what that means. I feel like I should be... I was afraid of this. This is something I shouldn't fight right here, like I am. I would have ran like heck and probably would have been able to have this forget about me because we had some distance there if I realized what that was. I don't have really any outs here. There were 2 statues in the room to the top left. Were there any braziers in the one to the other side of it? Something like that could tilt the odds. That's a long walk. I think the iron suit should help me a lot. Oh, I gained distance. Oh, can you always just kind of walk away from these because they're blind? Okay. That works pretty well then. Just get the heck away from that guy. That just goes back up there. I don't want to open that tomb now, but I'm concerned that the blind zealot is gonna like be in this corridor. So the air feels colder, so something probably came out of there. I think when ghosts come out of there, they're also territorial, so I don't think they follow you out of there. The reason I ended up going back in, because I don't remember if I said this, but I saw this brazier, and I was like, I guess if the blind zealot's there, and I waited a few turns to see if he was following, then I could lure him to this brazier. I just screamed. I did not mean to do that. Alright, well, we haven't found the exit yet. I'm actually only at... I was next to the lantern. I'm at 63 shock. This is back up towards where the blinded zealot was. There is a revolver. I think a revolver could be good for... We get penalties for it, but just like... getting easy range, like sneak attacks on weak things. But I honestly just don't want to walk near that zealot if I can avoid it. Alright, here's the exit. Just a rat thing. So there's a few rooms in the bottom. I actually do have... Oh snap. I was gonna say I have enough like shock to go down there. Cultist with a Tommy gun is dangerous. I don't have an amazing position to fight them in. Ideally, we would want to be on this tile when they're right here, so we force them with our back to the wall. They can't kick us back further. But they'll start here and they'll just shoot me instead. It's probably a maneuver where I could like wait on this tile and then move to the right the turn that they move here. I feel not skilled enough to pull that off. And if I move here, then they'll be able to kick me. I think this column could perhaps be used if I wait here. They move here. I pull back here. They move here. No, that doesn't leave us in a great spot. I think maybe we just leave. Not much to gain from killing this guy. I mean, I bet you a Tommy gun's still pretty good in the hands of a ghoul. I would like to explore south of here. If we killed him, I would like to eat his corpse. But I'm just gonna leave, especially with that blind zealot there. I think it's too risky. Alright, let's go down another level. Very close to leveling up here. What was that message? No longer terrified, right? Because I have a phobia. Not the best position to run into a priest here. I wonder how much health they have if I were to throw a throwing knife at them. Probably too much. Okay, I think I got them into about as good of a position as I could have. Got a good hit on them. They slowed me down, which is really dangerous. Okay, but we managed to kill them. Wait a second. I just realized that I am supposed to be able to use Frenzy whenever I want. Oh my gosh. No wonder I was having such a hard time. I'm supposed to be using Frenzy. Incites a great rage in the caster, who will charge their enemies with a terrible, uncontrollable fury. What is the downside to this? It said I don't get slowed or winded afterwards. Oh, Frenzy means you can't back up though, right? You have to move towards stuff. So that's the downside. I'm supposed to be using Frenzy like all the time, I think, actually. Wow. Anyone that like has played this class as background before and is watching this has probably been like just yelling at me that I wasn't using that. I think that is like so core to this this build and this background. Okay, well now that I know that, I'll take advantage of it. No wonder I splatted 2 of these before I got a decent run going. Okay, so we just learned that a scroll belongs to the enchantment domain. So one of the new things, check this out, item knowledge. We can see every unidentified item and the domain of these scrolls, these manuscripts. So I know that that's enchantment. So it's going to be enfeeble, healing, invisibility, resistance, slow, spell shield, terrify. This used to be meta information that you would use. You would look them up outside of the game or just like remember from playing this a lot. But now it's in the game and we can make a much more informed decision about how to use this scroll or this manuscript now that we actually know this information, which is really cool. That was one of the things with potions in particular before. Like when I had unidentified ones, I never used them because I didn't know what they could be. So I didn't know like what kind of value they could have, if I should like throw them or use like drink them, etc. But now that's in the game, which I think is really cool. Heck yeah, we leveled up. I'll tell you what, expert melee fighter. I think would be very, very good for us. Especially if we keep using claws. Ravenous sounds awesome though. I think I'm actually going to take the expert melee fighter though. Just keep her hit chance way, way up. Okay. That just leads back down here. Black potions, field B9. Now, see, this is the position you want to fight a cultist. He can't kick me backwards. He's not going to shoot me while adjacent. I have a 98% chance to hit this guy with my claws right now. Good stuff. I just got a sawed-off shotgun. Surprised we don't see all of our background abilities here, because we have some kind of penalty to using ranged weapons that I don't see listed on my character sheet. The shotgun does a lot of damage though, so I'm like tempted to equip it in my offhand. It's gotta be better than the pitchfork, right? Although with 2 melee combat traits, the pitchfork ain't too bad. It's just that my claws, I think, are like almost always gonna be better, unless I'm trying to like hit something from a tile away while it's unaware of me, which could be good for blind enemies, or if there's a like the grass, like the hanging vines, like blocking us, like vision. I could attack through gates with it, which is useful. But I think I am actually going to equip the sawed-off shotgun in my offhand. Or just as a prepared weapon. I'll open this thing. Just a reanimated corpse. Alright, so we have a cultist corpse there, shall we need it? Let's check up here. Try and cut that priest off over here. Here we go. Ooh, there's a wolf there. We are in a good position for this cultist. I think the wolf is more dangerous. Probably not with this armor though. The cultists can have spells, so I'm gonna attack them. Rest a bit. Right. Eat that. Another +1 dagger. Oh, I keep forgetting to frenzy. What's wrong with me? Even after I brought it up. I guess I haven't needed it now because we got a little stronger. When you're level 1, I feel like frenzy is how you like survive like the first floor. Or at least like greatly improve your ability to. Only a 50% carry capacity. Which I guess is just what happens when you start with an empty inventory in this game. I have a lot of manuscripts. We become a spellcasting ghoul. Another sawed-off shotgun. There's no ammo in it. I'd like to kill a few turns while I'm opening doors. Just in case any enemies hear it. Don't like walking into an ambush. Floating skull. This is the kind of thing I like having like a ranged weapon for. I'm gonna go ahead and throw a dagger at it, I think. Only 75% hit chance. Alright, what about the throwing knives? 90%. Okay, did not kill it. %. 60 now that I'm cursed. Okay, it's dead. I ate its skull. Curse ended. No ID from the hazy mirror. 76% shock. Even less now. So I can go and explore here. I am not going to be able to walk all the way around here unless there's like a secret door over here that lets me in. I don't think I have enough shock to do that. $66? I guess I could. It's a little risky. There is a big room over there. I feel like we're really well off at the moment. Like I probably don't need to risk it. I do have a flare, which like buy me like 10 extra shock for the floor. I'm already just doing it, so here we go. Well, we were rewarded with yet another manuscript. I think we'll make it back, so I'd say that was worthwhile. Something down here if we want to get really greedy. Cult. And another manuscript. Wow. This is what I thought my the occultist run I played was going to be like, and I found like one manuscript on the first like 3 levels, which made it feel like it was difficult. All right, well, let's read some of these. In no particular order. Actually, we should read the ones that we picked up most recently, because the ones we picked up sooner, we might learn the school earlier. Haste. Haste sounds very good. Light. Oddly enough, that's going to allow us to read even more scrolls because it's reducing our shock. Crimson Passage. Does this one work again? Walking does not spend any time, but every step taken drains 2 hit points. The effect ends after a certain number of steps have been taken, or if there is not enough hit points to drain. 4 steps may be taken before the effect ends. This is tough because we don't regenerate hit points. But being able to use this like in combat to like reposition and stuff is also very strong. Oh, Sandy's slipping, time to go downstairs. I was just wondering if I could wait and like leave the Crimson Passage steps up, which it seems like I can. All right. I threw a few ghouls at the wall and they splatted, but we have a pretty good one going here, I think. I've somehow didn't use Incite Frenzy once, so I'm just gonna have to remember that as I go on, because that is like absolutely critical. I was playing a little with a lack of caution this time, just kind of rushing into combat, but I do think that this is kind of what at least the way I'm building this ghoul, whether it's good or not, like a good or bad way to do it, is how it kind of wants to be played. But this has been fun so far. Looking forward to the next run. But yeah, we're going to leave this here for now. So thank you guys so much for watching. Do check out the links in my description below. You can find my Patreon there if you want to show some support over at patreon.com/tonehack. You can also find my Discord if you want to come and hang out with me and the rest of the community. But I am out for now, signing off. Thank you guys once again for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Take it easy, everyone.